Hey everybody. So I wanted to make this video because I think it would be a really fascinating topic for a lot of people. So earlier today I was working with an LLM model to write out a book, and I was utilizing it to ask questions specifically about LLM models and trying to test, for example, creativity, test logical processes of thought, etc. And one of the tests that I performed was a creativity test. And then so I asked the LLM model to create a brand new problem that does not actually exist or has not existed before, and then to be able to solve that problem that it creates. And then so the particular LLM model created a math equation that does not currently exist, and then solved it. And then so that gave me an interesting thought. And then so I started diving deeper with the LLM model afterwards, and then asked some questions. And then one of the areas that it mentioned was around the halting problem in computer science. And so I looked it up a little bit, did some research. I don't honestly, I'm not a mathematician, I'm not a coder, so I don't know much about the halting problem in and of itself, beyond the fact that it's an unsolved problem. And then so very first thing that I asked the LLM model is, can you actually solve it fully? And then the LLM model said no. But I said, okay, can you solve it in any sort of unique way? And then the LLM model said yes. And then I said, okay, this is, I think, an interesting subject. And then so I essentially wrote up an article, and then I wanted to highlight this in video form as well. And then so I'll link the article in the description, and it's called "Utilizing an LLM Model to Solve a Problem I Know Nothing About." And then so in this particular instance, I lay out very specifically, essentially, just how I went through and prompted the model, and that I don't know anything about the halting problem. And then so I want that to be very clear. I don't know about it. I don't know if the solution presented actually works. I don't know enough about the solution presented to go through it with you. Just being flat out. I don't know enough about it to test it, but I can create it. And then so essentially the disclaimer here is that this program is not perfect. It will only be able to solve the halting problem for programs that contain a single loop and that do not contain any other errors. However, it could be a valuable tool for programmers who are trying to debug their code. And so to me, I just want to highlight this for a few reasons. First, get creative with the questions that you ask LLM models, and then secondarily, I think people should be more open to drill into what exactly they're asking in the areas that they're asking around. A lot of these models, they have access to the literal corpus of human thought and data. So if you ask them questions that are on very specific subjects, like for example the halting problem, it could be that you can get interesting results out of that, and then maybe results that no one has gotten before. LLM models are very specifically built on pattern recognition, and then pattern recognition within data. That's a very specific thing that they're good at. So if you bring up a very specific problem like this, and then an area, these particular areas and problems are a strength area for LLM models and for AI overall as it currently exists. And then so with this, I'll leave the description, I'll leave a link to this here, and I'd be interested to know if it works, if it is actually new. I don't know. I know it doesn't completely solve the halting problem, but I don't know at all if it's a new solution or if it works. And so I'd be happy to know either one of those things. But again, just the fact that you can do this and I can do this is the power of the current technology that is in existence right now. It's to me, its limitation is your limitation, and so it's just a matter of how people utilize it and how they look at it. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.